up, y'all? It's your girl Mo of all things MoElle. Welcome back to my channel. So I know your girl looks really crazy right now. I am in the middle of getting ready for work, but y'all don't care about that. Y'all don't care about that at all because this is what you want to see. Okay, if you've been hanging around here for a while, especially if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that Kayali has really become one of my favorite fragrance brands. I really love the versatility of the fragrances and how they layer well with other fragrances. And I've really just been enjoying exploring this brand more throughout the last couple of years. So when I saw that they were expanding their Eden collection, I knew that I wanted to pick this fragrance up, even though these are more fruity and I don't love fruity fragrances. I did really enjoy the Eden Juicy Apple, so I figured that I would just go ahead and pick this up. It launched on December 1st on their website as well as on Sephora's website and in stores. So your girl went ahead and picked it up, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my first impressions of this fragrance. Now, I want to reiterate that it is a first impressions. I feel like you have to wear a fragrance for more than one day to really get a good sense of it. You really have to test it out. However, this is a first impressions video, and my full thoughts will either be in a favorites if it makes a favorites video or in an empties video later on down the line, so just stay tuned for that. So today is strictly first impressions, okay? So if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep on watching. But of course, before we get into it, I would love to have you as part of the MoElle-ian fam. So go ahead and take a moment, hit that subscribe button, and while you're down there, hit the notification bell so that you won't miss when I post new uploads. All right, so let's get into this Eden Sparkling Lychee 39. First of all, I just have to say I am a sucker for packaging, and I'm also a sucker for pink packaging. And I knew when I saw this being promoted on Instagram, I automatically fell in love with how it looked. So that was part of the pull in for me. I hadn't really seen many reviews of this other than the ones from the influencers who went out to Dubai to get their noses on this before it officially launched. So I've seen some of their reviews, but I haven't seen any reviews on people who have like actually gone out and bought this with their own money. And I'm sure they exist, I just haven't seen them. To start off, let's talk about some of the notes that are in this fragrance. So it has opening notes of black currant, Italian lemon, red apple, and of course lychee. That is the call out note in this fragrance. The middle notes are more on the floral side. You're supposed to have some violet, jasmine sandback, as well as rose. And then the dry down is supposed to be where more of the sweetness comes in. So you got your sugar, your vanilla absolute, some of my favorite notes like musk, amber, sandalwood, as well as cedar. Let's open her up. She's so pretty. All right, y'all, just look at the bottle. Just look at the bottle. It's so freaking pretty. The color, their signature diamond packaging. I love everything about this packaging. It's so pretty. It's so feminine. It's just right up my alley. So right off the bat, I get a burst of fruitiness, especially that black currant. And then the black currant is followed by the lychee. I can even smell a little bit of that red apple. I'm not getting a whole lot of the Italian lemon though. Like, it doesn't smell citrusy to me. It smells very feminine, very girly and youthful, but not like a childish youthful. Like, I feel like sometimes fruity fragrances can lean towards childish. Not this one though. Like, it's giving me brunch in the springtime vibes. If Barbie had a smell, not necessarily Barbie doll, but like 2023 Barbie from the movie, if those girls had smells, I feel like they would smell like this. So yeah, I really am getting a burst of like candied fruit in the very beginning of this. And then the more it dries, I am getting a little bit of the violet, but it's like a sugared violet, like a sweet violet. I'm not getting a whole lot of the rose though. Maybe it needs to dry down some more for me to smell the rose, but so far I'm not getting a whole lot of the rose, more of like that candied violet. And as it dries down, I'm also getting a little bit of the powdery from the musk. I enjoy powdery, musky fragrances, so I really like this. I saw some people were comparing the notes in this to the notes in the Parfum de Marly de Lena. To me, this smells nothing like that. To me, that fragrance is a little more soft and subtle. This one is like, wow, ta-da, watch out now, but not in an overpowering way. This one just makes more of a statement in the opening. Okay, so far I am really liking this. I can tell right off the bat though that this is not a cold weather fragrance for me, in my opinion. This is something that I would gravitate more towards in the spring and in the summer, just because of the brightness and the fruitiness of this. Like, it's not giving warm, cozy, in the snow by the fireplace. It's not giving that at all. We're gonna see how this carries throughout the day. I did not add any other scents on with this. Normally I like to layer my perfumes, like I'll put on a scented lotion and then a scented body mist and then the perfume. We're not doing that today because we want to see how this stands on its own. So I'm going to finish getting ready. I'm going to go to work, and when I come back at the end of the day, I will give you guys my thoughts on how this held up and the rest of my first impressions on this beautiful Kayali Eden Sparkling Lychee. So stay tuned. Today drained me, but nevertheless, your girl is back to do part 2 of this video. Right now the time is 7:14, which means it's been over 12 hours since I did part 1 of the video, and I'm here to let you guys know how this fragrance held up throughout the day. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all, it didn't. Not like I wanted it to. Normally with my fragrances, I continue to get whiffs throughout the day. I would say that I stopped noticing the whiffs around lunchtime, so that's about 6 hours. So that's not terrible, but I wish it lasted a little longer. I also feel like the fragrance was so like bright and just like, boom, I'm that girl when you first spray it. But then the dry down is just kind of like, am I that girl? It still smells nice, but I just wish it had the same projection as a dry down that it does when you first spray it. Like, I cannot smell it on me at all until I do this, and then it's like I get a subtle faint whiff of it, but it still smells very sweet, very sugary. I give the same assessment that I gave earlier. I'm getting like sugary flowers, a hint like this much of fruitiness, nowhere near the amount of fruitiness that you get in the opening of this fragrance. You know what, I'll tell you exactly what this fragrance reminds me of. I don't know if any of y'all remember Paris Amour from Bath and Body Works. And I actually did like the Paris Amour from Bath & Body Works. It was a scent that I had in my collection. So it's a nice scent. Now, I will say this. Kayali's fragrances are great for layering. So I do plan on playing around with this and mixing it with some of her other fragrances. I really want to try it with the Eden Juicy Apple. I also really want to try it with Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. As you can see, this bottle does have some wear and tear because I literally take it everywhere because I love this fragrance. This is not a bad fragrance. I like it. It's not one that I would typically gravitate towards though. And like I said, I just wish it lasted longer and that it projected more. Now, this is probably going to be one that I put back on the shelf for right now because, like I said earlier in the video, this is giving me spring summer vibes. I am going to be putting this on when the weather gets back warmer and I'm on my way to somebody's brunch, somebody's bottomless mimosas. Like, that's what this is giving me. So I'm going to put it back on the shelf until then, and then we'll play around with this some more then. If you don't like a loud, overbearing, in your face kind of fragrance, if you like to be more subtle and kind of like, ooh, she's here, but you know, she don't have to be the loudest in the room. If that is you, then this is your girl. But yeah, that is pretty much all that I have for this one. I got this at Sephora and I paid $85 for this size, which is the 50 milliliter, or $83, something like that. It also comes in the 100 milliliter, and then there are some smaller sizes as well. That's all that I have for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it informative, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.